Football is back. Mike Petraglia inside Paycor Stadium. It is the preseason opener for the 2024 Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 7 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff, and it's all about number 9 tonight. How does Joe Burrow look in his first game action since last November 16th when he was hit by Jadeveon Clowney and suffered multiple tears of ligaments inside his right wrist? The wrist has had time to heal. Joe Burrow has thrown in off-season OTAs, in minicamp, in training camp. But tonight, here inside Paycor Stadium, Joe Burrow finally faces live bullets. He faces a live defense coming at him, rushing him. He'll be moving around in the pocket. And the big question is, how does Joe Burrow look when he needs to fire into a tight window, 3rd and 8, let's say, and he has to throw downfield? How does that wrist respond? Can he break off the pass and rip it into a tight window? We'll maybe get a better idea tonight. Don't expect Joe Burrow's performance tonight to go the way it did 3 years ago in his last preseason appearance against the Miami Dolphins that Saturday afternoon, preseason week number 3. Remember that game? He played just 3 snaps, 1 pass attempt. It was to Jamar Chase. Uno dropped the ball, of course, and when there was all that furor over whether or not Jamar Chase had the drops in preseason training camp, he threw that 1 pass, 2 handoffs, 1 to Tyler Boyd, 1 to Joe Mixon, and that was it for Joe Burrow. That won't be the case tonight. Maybe Joe Burrow puts together a nice 10 to 12 play drive that ends in some points. Maybe the Bengals can punch in the opening drive. That would be the ideal scenario for Zach Taylor and Dan Pitcher, the new offensive coordinator, who gets his first chance at calling plays in a live game tonight here against Tampa Bay. Those are some of the big storylines to watch with number 9, Joe Burrow. The other storylines, of course, concern the rookies. How does Amarius Mims look as the starting right tackle on the first-team offensive line unit? And it'll also be interesting to watch because Amarius Mims has certainly played to the role of first-round draft pick so far in training camp. He's handled all the tests. He's really handled a lot of big-time pass rushers that the Bengals can throw at him in training camp practice. But how does he look in live game action? We'll get a better feel for that tonight. Chris Jenkins Jr., he needs to pick up his game inside the Bengals defensive line, the Bengals defensive line interior. How does he look? Can he step it up and make some plays that, frankly, have been a little lacking in training camp practice? Can he pick it up tonight and really show what he can flash? McKinley Jackson, he is out with a right knee injury. Charlie Jones also out with a banged-up right knee. We're waiting word as to the severity of that right knee injury suffered here on Thursday. The first time the Bengals were on this brand-new field behind me, which will debut tonight in game fashion. It's called Field Turf Core. Several other NFL teams have had success with it. The Bengals had it installed in the offseason. It's a very nice field, very spongy. First time the Bengals have had a field turf product in this building since 2011. So keep an eye on how the players and Adam Nollman, the equipment manager, respond to the new turf that they are playing on for the very first time. Weather could not be more ideal for August 10th here in downtown Cincinnati. Sunshine, 79 degrees for the 7 o'clock kickoff. Maybe a bit of a breeze, 14 to 15 miles per hour, and that could be a factor for Evan McPherson, not only in field goal kicking, but the kickoffs. Of course, the kickoff rules have changed this year. There is a new landing zone for kicks. How does Evan McPherson handle that? How does special teams coordinator Darren Simmons respond to that? We'll get a better feel for that tonight. Again, live game action. That's the value of tonight's contest. You'll notice behind me, brand new seats in the suite level. That's also something new for Bengal fans visiting games and attending games here at Paycor Stadium in 2024. Of course, we'll have you covered on the X at Trags, Trags. Be sure to follow me on YouTube for all of the interviews and, of course, my Jungle Roar podcast, youtube.com/@JungleRoarPod and CLNSCincy with a Y.com. Inside Paycor Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.